Today guys, we're going to be giving you a guide of what weapons to use if you're a beginner in Roblox Rivals. So, starting off. If you're a skilled player who doesn't like to play with RPG or anything like that, I suggest you use anything but RPG. Do not use the grenade launcher. Flamethrower, no. Now the energy rifle is not that skilled because its shot bounces off walls. The most skilled weapon you can use is the sniper, and it's really OP. I'll show you guys why now. I'm going to show you guys what type of weapons to use, and remember, your choice of melee could completely change how you play. So first off, we're going to play with some skilled weapons and see the outcome. Medkit is really good to get if you want to play safe. Jump pad is OP. Freeze ray is good. We'll do freeze ray for now. My test subject is just going to stand still for a second, just so we can test out the sniper, which this is a private server, by the way. So he's going to stand still now, and we're going to test. See, this does 150 damage to the head. One of my favourite loadouts, and this is a really good loadout, is the sniper, the energy pistols. Actually, I want to show you guys the trowel. Now this thing, it is good. Is it worth 200 keys? No. I suggest you guys do not buy this unless you guys really want to build. Yeah, now we're going to do the medkit. So, let's say we go into the fire. And, oh no, we've just taken a lot of damage. Well, now we're going to use the medkit to try heal ourselves. And this gives us all our health again. So, he hits me, but then I can block him with this. I can block him with the trowel. And then I can break it. Now, if you're starting off and have a lot of Robux, but don't really care about using weapons that are skilled, the energy pistols could be one for you. They are kind of skilled. Again, not that much because they have infinite ammo. And you can just kind of do this. Yeah, that is really OP. If you want to use things like the grenade launcher or the RPG, again, if you guys have a lot of Robux, if you guys could pick whichever one you want, use the grenade launcher. It's way better than the RPG. If you want to be defensive, you can use riot shield and medkit as well. The grenade launcher can deal some insane damage, but it's not skilled. It has different modes, so it can bounce to hit him. So if you don't really care about using skilled weapons, I suggest you use this. If you want to be skilled, now this is a weapon that can be skilled, but can also not be skilled. It's the revolver, because if you spam it like this, it's not skilled. OP, but not skilled. But if you hit it like I'm about to now, if you hit it from a distance and you hit it like this, it is kind of skilled. If you play with it like that, and then you can ultimately use the riot shield to defend yourself. If you guys have the contraband, and you guys will obviously see that it gives you the permafrost. Now, we're going to be going into a game to show you guys how to use the permafrost. Yeah, this is a contraband weapon. It is a primary. Is it good for a primary? Let's see. Is it better than weapons like the sniper? Well, we're going to see now. It is quite OP. But since it is called the permafrost, let's use it to its full ability. So what we're gonna do here, we're gonna shoot out the ice attack thing. This ice cubes him, and then if you have something like the exo gun, you can just finish him off. Or you can finish him off with the permafrost. Takes a lot of time to reload. But yeah. And also guys, if you're starting off, it may be tempting, but do not use aim assist. All that does is make you a hated player. If your aim's not good, like mine, because I have really bad aim, just spend hours and practice in the shooting range. And try play in like 2v2s, 3v3s, 4v4s or even 5v5s to see how other people play if you're just starting off. See, if you guys just practice your aim like that, you guys will get better. Here we come with the exo gun. If you want to always be safe and have a secondary that is better than most primaries, then you can just use the exo gun. It works if your aim is not perfect. You can use that because it has quite a high blast radius. It definitely works. You can scope in and try get them on the head, which just 20. I don't think it makes a difference. But that is one. Again, these weapons if you have Robux. But you guys will not believe how good the assault rifle actually is if you use it properly. So if you pair the assault rifle with something like the handgun, jump pad, it's just a basic loadout. Well, something you can do is pair it with riot shield. Use the AS for aim. And maybe finish them off with the handgun if you get close. This is again if you have good aim. Now I'm finally going to show you guys what you do if you don't have good aim. So if you don't have good aim, you will want to use something like the distortion, the flamethrower, grenade launcher, RPG. Well, I'm going to show you guys all of them. First, we're starting off with the RPG. If you pair this with the warper, you can go behind someone and just blast them. I'll show you guys how to do that now. And then you can also pair it with the riot shield and the freeze ray. This might be one of the most annoying loadouts I know, because if he's going to stay still, I can put one over there. I can just teleport through there. If he's expecting me to go somewhere, I can just pretend I'm falling in the lava, maybe go over there. And where is he now? I just need to find him. I'm losing a lot of health, sorry guys. I might put one over there and one over here. This is just to show you guys. And now that I'm over here, I've gone behind him and can ultimately do that. Which I've still eliminated myself, but that's just because of the map and the lava. But basically, that's the whole idea. And if they try to attack you from close range, with like the assault rifle or something, you can use the riot shield to protect yourself, and then hit them with the riot shield. And this is actually quite good, you know. I know you guys can't see very well because of this, but you can actually finish them off with the riot shield. See, I might actually beat him with this. It's especially good for a map like this, because the riot shield, because you can knock them into the lava. Let's do the weapons that are not skilled. Flamethrower, I haven't mentioned this. Slingshot is only not skilled in arena and backrooms, kind of, because, and only because they have walls and it can just bounce off the walls and stuff. So I'm just going to pick a random loadout. This is not that much skilled, but especially good in arena. Where is he going? Stay on somewhere. Because it can actually be really OP. But it has one of the biggest radius. And then if you pair it with the energy pistols, Maul and medkit. These are all really OP. Energy pistols, and then finish him off with a flamethrower. That'll be enough. Yeah. Okay, now comes the energy rifle. I haven't mentioned this so far. The energy rifle it would have been skilled if the lasers didn't bounce. You can do that, and that's kind of skilled. If you were to go in arena, it can bounce off the walls. Any map with walls actually can just bounce off them. I didn't really use it right there. Let's actually do arena. Let's just have a random loadout. This can bounce off the walls. Like this. That's why I can be really not skilled in this scenario. Like this is my example. Yeah. Again, if you have good aim, you can just do like that. Then it's not that OP though. If you somehow hit someone like this, then it's just not skilled at all. But again, it does have infinite ammo. Can't seem to hit him with it. But I guess if you get it on the head, that's 25. It could be really good. One that's really good is either crossbow or sniper. We're going to go sniper because it's better. We can go, I guess, we can do flare gun. Riot shield to defend yourself from freeze ray. Okay, this is one. So what we want to do here, he's going to stand still. Maybe if you want to do something, maybe if you just can't get him to get still, because like headshots are kind of hard if the person is not standing still. So what you can do is the freeze ray, and then aim for his head when he gets out. When he gets out, he'll stand still, and then you can headshot him. Here we have bow. Would I recommend this? I'm not sure, because if you go like this, I guess you can do 60 and 90 if you get it on the head. I'd say for the amount of keys this costs, this is very good for beginners. I would not have it as part of my loadout right now. I would recommend it. So see here, you can sneak up on him. Maybe if you're feeling really sneaky, use the freeze ray, which can also freeze you, I forgot to mention. It's really not good when it does. If you just hit it like that, that's a quick fire. And that is really good. But don't be a spammer who just runs up to the guy. Don't be a spammer who just runs up and does this. The bow is like a long-ranged weapon, so if you use it short range and just try hit them like that, it's kind of not skilled. Next weapon we're going to be trying, I have to give you guys one on this. So this is the maul. We're going to use it in the match. Because this is a weapon, wherever you're a skilled player or not, you are going to use this at one point, because you're going to get in the season pass. So, in the pass right now, the free season pass, you will get this and an ice skin for it. You can do this with it, so you can have great movement. That's another reason why I would recommend this weapon. If you jump on them, this pushes them away into 75. You could rush on them and then go on them like that, so they have no chance of hitting you. That is, I think, in my opinion, the best melee in the game. Now, of course, next we have the crossbow. And I mean, this is just a downgrade from the sniper. because it's a 75 to the head, but it costs half the keys. Can't see him. I guess it's okay to use if you pair it with something like the flashbang. Doesn't do a lot. This is like 1 damage. If you catch him off guard, you can always get it to the head. I don't know why, but for some reason I seem to have better aim with the crossbow than I do with a sniper. Again, I don't have good aim, but I have better aim with this. It's way better than the bow, because to the body, the bow does 30. Well, this is 37.5. Again, you could hit it like this, but there's really no point of that. You could try to hit a headshot like this without scoping in. But I just don't see why one would do that. You would just make it hard for yourself. Now, these are all the important weapons I've said so far. Now, I think it's time to move on to some of the other melees. For example, the chainsaw. I'll pretend to miss all my shots here, like. I'll be like, I'm really bad with this. And then what we're going to do is just spam the chainsaw. I used to do this. But, I actually did this quite recently. It helped me get a lot of wins. But I'd say only use it for last resort. Like if there's absolutely nothing else you can do. It's not that expensive either. So the jump pad is free. You just need to find the shards, which I don't know where they're located. But you can use it to, well, jump. And then with the knife, it deals 40 damage. But if you backstab, it deals 150 damage. Now the paintball gun. Again, this is a pay-to-win weapon, but it is a good weapon. It is really good, but it is pay-to-win. I guess it is skilled. I mean, it's as skilled as the assault rifle is. It is skilled, but it is pay-to-win. But anyone who has Robux, I would recommend this. I know I'm recommending loads of pay-to-win weapons, but the truth is, they are actually good. So now I'm going to talk about the last two things. The last weapons we're going to be showing you guys today. The Warhorn isn't exactly a weapon. If you're a team player and you're playing in like anything but 1v1, Warhorn, really good. Because this gives a speed boost to the entire team. So this really helps. And then you can rush in and use the daggers. These things are meant to be like a tiny bit long range. Like you're not just going to go up and do this, because they're not meant for that. The knife is, but the daggers aren't. The daggers are actually quite good when you know how to use them properly. The scythe gives you a dash, and if you're sliding you can dash to do this, which I think is pretty cool. And if you're all about movement, this weapon is for you. If they try escape, rush in and hit. And that's a guide to all the common, not all the common weapons, but most of the common weapons you guys are going to be using. So if you guys liked this video, make sure to like, subscribe, share, and goodbye.